Good morning, everyone. This is Judge Stanley speaking. I think we've got everybody here for the Franchise Tax Board. There's Mr. Gates. Okay. Welcome everyone to the Office of Tax Appeals. My name is Judge Teresa Stanley, and this hearing is for the appeal of Morris. The hearing is being live streamed and will be posted on OTA's YouTube channel. Please keep that in mind so that you don't share any personal information. This appeal is being recorded and a transcript will be made available on request. It will not automatically post on the website. As a reminder, the Office of Tax Appeals is not a court, but is an independent appeals body, which is staffed by its own subject matter experts and is independent of the Franchise Tax Board or any tax agency. We're going on the official record in the appeal of Morris, Office of Tax Appeals case number 240115167. The date is July 23rd, 2025, and the time is 10:27 a.m. The hearing is being held virtually by the agreement of the parties. Once again, I'm Judge Teresa Stanley, and I'll be the lead for the purpose of conducting this hearing. My co-panelists, Judge Stephen Kim and Hearing Officer Erica Parker, and I are equal participants in deliberating and determining the outcome of this appeal. I'm going to ask the parties to identify themselves and who they represent, starting with appellants. Ms. Morris. Oh, there you go.
Rebecca Morris. I represent myself and my husband, George.
Thank you. And Franchise Tax Board.
Hello, I'm Jeffrey Gates, and I'm here for, as you said, Franchise Tax Board.
My name is Topher Tuttle. I'm also representing Franchise Tax Board.
Okay, thank you. As stated in the minutes and orders, the issue to be decided in this appeal is whether appellants have established that their claim for refund for taxable year 2018 was timely. Ms. Morris, do you agree that that's the issue?
Yes.
And Mr. Gates?
Yes.
Okay, appellants submitted Exhibit 1. The Franchise Tax Board did not object to the exhibit, and it is now admitted into evidence. Franchise Tax Board submitted Exhibits A through D. Appellants did not object to the admissibility of these exhibits, and they are also now admitted into evidence. Ms. Morris, you requested 10 minutes for your presentation, and you indicated that you would be testifying as a witness. Is that still correct?
Yes.
Okay, so I need to place you under oath so that we can consider your statements as testimony today. Can you please raise your right hand? Do you swear or affirm that you will tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth?
Yes, I do.
Thank you. So you may proceed with your presentation when you're ready.
Okay, thank you. I submitted a letter and also, sorry for the length of it, but a 36-page, 36-page hearing transcript and decision by an administrative law judge who heard my disability case. I had filed for disability on the same day that I filed for service retirement from the County of Marin. I worked there for a little over 20 years. I sustained an injury to my neck while I was working there, and subsequently, while I was working, had one major surgery and ended up having a second one in 2022 for the same injury. So I did file, like I said, I filed in March of 2018 for both service and disability retirement. I was advised by the not the administration, I'm sorry, the Retirement Association that that would be the best way to do it. And so unfortunately, due to I'm not really sure what happened, but the association had some turnover, so my case got pushed back. I wasn't able to be seen by their doctors on a timely manner. And then we had COVID. So COVID kind of also extended the amount of time. And then we ended up having to go to an appeals court because they denied my disability retirement. So that's why it was heard by an administrative law judge, who ended up making the decision to grant me disability retirement in March of 2023. So once we received the 1099-Rs from the administration, which was, I believe, in September of 2023. I'm not exactly sure, but I'm pretty sure it was in September of 2023. I sent it to our accountant to have her do the refiling with the amended 1099s. And that ended up getting sent to the IRS and the California Franchise Tax Board in December of 2023. So she had 4 years to do, so it took her a little while. It took her a couple of months to get this all done. So that's why there was the delay between March of 2023 until December of 2023. But none of the delays were ever anything that I initiated or that I caused. It was just, unfortunately, the way that everything was working. So that's why we feel that we're entitled to the refund, because we didn't cause any of the delays. We got the information to the tax board and to the IRS as quickly as we could. But we were kind of at the mercy of other people getting the information to us and then being able to get it correct. We didn't want to send in incorrect information. So it took her a couple, 3 months, 4 months to get all the information and get it to the tax boards. That's my explanation. I don't know if anyone has any questions or if there's anything I can answer.
This is Judge Stanley speaking. Yes, Ms. Morris, I do want to ask you a couple of questions about two things that you said. You said that you submitted the administrative ruling, and I do not see that in our file.
It was a 36-page document that
Yeah.
came along on July 10th. I submitted it
On July 10th of which year?
this year.
Oh, so it was recent.
Yes. Just hold on a second. I'm trying to find it. Okay.
Okay. I do not see it. Would you like an opportunity to resubmit that after the hearing?
Yes.
Okay. So I'll hold the record open to give you time to do that. My other question was that you said you took all this information to the IRS. Did they take any action?
Yes, they've taken action. According to the advocate that we have working with us, years 19 and 20 have been approved for a refund. We've yet to receive the checks yet. According to the advocate's office, the checks have been cut, they just haven't been mailed. So she was checking on that. 18, they denied it due to statute of limitations, but we've appealed it. And 21, they were still processing.
Okay, would you like the opportunity to submit correspondence that you've received from the IRS that shows whether they were going to grant or whether they denied based on statute of limitations as well?
I can. It's a lot of correspondence. I've been dealing with them since 23. So it's
Well, if you could find the letter, I'm sorry to interrupt. If you could
Oh,
find the
fine.
letter. If you could find the letter that tells you what their determination is, then you could submit just that one.
okay.
Okay, so, and these will need to be sent with, the documents that you send after the hearing will also need to be copied to the Franchise Tax Board.
Okay.
Okay, does that, so that completes your presentation for now?
Yes.
Okay, Judge Kim, do you have any questions?
Just to confirm, Ms. Morris, how did you send in that additional information to OTA? How did you submit it to OTA? Was it by mail or through our portal?
The July 10th information.
Yes.
I got the email address. It was through email. And I got the email address from the gentleman that's been handling this. I'm sorry, I don't remember his name right now.
Okay.
Yeah,
Okay. We'll
I believe it was Evidence at, I remember that much.
all right. Thank you.
Uh-huh.
Okay, Hearing Officer Parker, do you have any questions?
I do have one clarifying question. You mentioned that the IRS has made determinations on some years. For the 2018 year, which is the year we're looking at now, did you say that they did deny it, but you're appealing that one now currently?
Yes, they've denied it about 4 times for the same reason. I keep sending in other documentation that the advocate's office says that might be helpful. And at this point, I believe the last denial I got was in June 26th, I believe. That says that they had denied it, but if I wanted to appeal, to send a 105C letter, I believe it is, along with the reason for my appeal.
And as of today, you haven't received a response on that appeal for 2018?
No, I have not.
Okay, thank you.
You're welcome.
Okay, this is Judge Stanley speaking. We're gonna turn it over to the Franchise Tax Board. Oh, I'm sorry, I skipped a part. Mr. Gates, do you have any questions for Ms. Morris?
No questions.
Okay, the Franchise Tax Board is not presenting any witnesses and will only argue the appeal, so they will not be testifying under oath or affirmation. Mr. Gates, you requested 10 minutes for your presentation and you may begin when you're ready.
Thank you, Judge Stanley. Good afternoon. My name is Jeffrey Gates, and with me today is Topher Tuttle. We're here on behalf of Respondent Franchise Tax Board. And as you'd mentioned earlier, the issue today is whether or not the appellants George and Rebecca Morris's claim for refund for the 2018 tax year is timely. This issue is going to be determined by Revenue and Tax Code Section 19306, which says that the claims for refund must be made within 4 years from the due date of the return or within 1 year of the date of overpayment occurred. Now, the Morrises timely filed their 2018 tax year return on August 1st of 2019, and this was within the extension period. And at that time, the return showed a total amount due of $12,336, and this was received by the Franchise Tax Board as of April 15th of 2019. Therefore, appellants would have had to file their claim for refund by August 1st of 2023. But due to a winter storm postponement period, that period was extended to November 16th of 2023. The amended return, which constitutes the claim for refund in this case, was filed on December 11th of 2023 and would therefore be beyond the 4-year statute of limitations. Unfortunately, there are no equitable tolling provisions that allow for an extension of the statute of limitations period. In this case, it's fairly straightforward, but unfortunately, there was a short amount of time, but it is beyond the statute of limitations, and it's out of the ability of the Franchise Tax Board to make an extension in this case. Therefore, we thank you for your time and attention, and we'll be happy to answer any questions that you may have for us.
Thank you, Mr. Gates. Judge Kim, do you have any questions for Mr. Gates?
I don't have any questions. Thank you.
Hearing Officer Parker, do you have any questions?
I have no questions.
Okay, so Ms. Morris, I'm going to give you an additional 5 minutes so that you can speak to anything that the Franchise Tax Board raised or just finalize your argument.
Thank you. I understand that there was these didn't come in the amount of time that was within the filing date, and I did not know that there was an extension that year because we leave all that up to our accountant. But like I said, she was working on 4 years and trying to get everything right, and so there wouldn't be any issues. And we're not trying to get anything other than what we overpaid. And like he said, we paid $12,000 that year. And I think what we're looking at is $2,200. So we're not looking at trying to get any interest or anything else. We're just trying to get back what was overpaid because I was finally deemed disabled from my employer that I worked at for 20 years. So I really don't have anything else. I have all the proof that I think I need. And like I said before, none of the delays were within our control. We relied on other people to get the hearing done, and then we had to rely on someone else to get the tax returns done. So all we can say is we're just looking at trying to get what we overpaid. We got the other 4 years from the Franchise Tax Board, no problem. We got checks for those 3 years, probably within a month or two after we filed our returns. It's just 2018 is the only year that we're appealing.
Okay, does that conclude your presentation, Ms. Morris?
Yes.
Judge Kim, do you have any final questions?
No questions. Thank you, Ms. Morris.
Hearing Officer Parker, do you have any questions?
I have no questions, thank you.
Okay, and I don't either, except I want to know how long it would take you to get the 2 documents that we talked about to the Office of Tax Appeals with a copy to Franchise Tax Board.
The first one, the one that I sent on July 10th, I should be able to send over right away. The others, the IRS documents, that's gonna probably take me at least a day to go through and pull out.
Well, let me just say that since you are testifying under oath, we will accept what you've represented that the IRS did. I thought that there was something in there where you said they were reconsidering, and I guess you do have it on appeal, but you won't need to send any of the IRS documentation since you testified to what it was. Okay.
Okay,
Okay, so I'll hold the record open for a week just to make sure that you can you have time to deal with this.
okay.
1 week. And Mr. Gates, would the Franchise Tax Board like the opportunity to respond to that filing?
Yes, we'd like to be able to hold it open just in case, because we haven't had a chance to see it yet.
Okay. Do you want your standard 30 days?
Yes, please.
Okay. Okay, well, I want to thank everyone for coming and participating today. Once the record closes, after we get that final documentation and any response from Franchise Tax Board, the panel will meet and deliberate and decide the case. And then we will issue a written opinion within 100 days after we close the record. So today's hearing in the appeal of Morris is now concluded. And I'm not sure whether we have any hearings later today. I forgot to check. So, but this hearing is concluded. Okay, and I guess we are adjourned. I just got a message. So thank you, everyone. Have a nice day.
Thank you.
Awesome. Thank you very much.